Good morning, knuckleheads. Well, good evening. But depending on where you're at, good morning, either way. Depending on how you look at it. Um, One of the things that caught my attention, and I have seen it before, a real good lady sat there and popped up, and she was asking where the real men and ladies are. And you know something? That's the question I've been asking for a long while now. I've been asking that same old question. Where are they at? Uh, they ain't here. But being a real man and a real lady means that you stand up for what you believe in, for one. Two, you ain't afraid to stand your ground, say what you feel. Like in my back in my day, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s, where we all had balls, you know. The men were men and the ladies were ladies. Then all of a sudden, somewhere in the 90s, it kind of took a big, gigantic turd for the worse. The masculinity started declining, where the men, well, I can't call them men. No, sir, no way in hell will they get me to call them men. If you little boys, I'm speaking right to you little knuckleheads, I am going to offend you best way possible. I don't care about your feelings because I'm going to tell you straight. If you sit in mommy's basement or in her house and you're 10 feet from the fridge and she's in the other side of the house or down working, doing laundry or whatever, and you call her up to get you something from the fridge, oh no, that don't fly with me. You're not even a man. Your balls are hanging on the wall somewhere. You probably sold them to Walmart. Oh, damn thing. I'm sorry, but I'm going to turn this darn thing off. But like I said, if you're sitting there too lazy to get up and work because you get offended easy or someone's going to offend you, someone might be nice to you, you're not a man. You're not even close. Try to get into an MC and you want everything handed to you, like right now. You show up to MC Club and you don't want to do the hang around, you don't want to do the prospecting. You want to walk in there with your $100,000 bike your mama, daddy went to debt for, just to get you it? Nah, you ain't a man. You ain't even a boy. So I'm gonna tell you why. A boy has potential to grow up to be a man. I will always be straight up with you. I will always be front forward with you. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't believe in hiding anything. But like I said, if you are hey Mobin, why would I be a housemaid? So welcome aboard, bud. If I'm working, I don't get nothing less than 30 an hour. I do laundry, yeah, my own. But if I do someone else's, that again is no less than 30 an hour. Oh, kitchen work? Are you crazy? If you want me to do kitchen work and laundry, you're talking about 85 an hour. Payable at the end of the day. And I guarantee you, I will take my sweet time doing it. Oh, if that was the case, you would be making sure you ate every part of that bowl. I don't do that. Nope. But hey, like I said, welcome aboard. There's topics that you like to discuss, hit me up. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about whatever. But be prepared because I will hit you with the truth. I will offend you. I will sit there and make sure if you say you're a man, you're going to handle a man. Well, you brought up the skid marks in the toilet bowl. That was your doing. And I told you, I'll hit you straight up. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm old school. I don't play fair. I don't play nice. I don't sit there and sugarcoat nothing. And to make it fair, I'll make you do your sweet time doing it. So that way I could rack up the more money. Hell, just in one day's worth of work, I'm talking almost, nope, 85 an hour. And I'll make you do your sweet time doing it. because that bowl be squeaky clean. But as I'm saying, as the topic says, real men are in hiding. Well, like I said, Mo, right now, with what you just talking about, you're talking almost a grand, almost $1,000. Oh yes, and I would like to give a shout out to Rebel Cat. Hey, Rebel Cat, you online? She is a new she's a new subscriber. Hit the like and share button if you like his content. I don't hide nothing. Like I said, don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't pretend to be something I'm not. But like I said, if you could muster up $1,000 US every day, gun control, I know gun control. Gun control for me means hitting the target every time. No, 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 no. I haven't been to Tanzania in years. Yep. My opinion on gun control means hitting the target every time. My saying is one shot, one kill. Yes, I do carry. Yes, I'm legal ish. Yes, I am very well trained, and yes, I do train people to use. Was that right? To bear arms? Oh, that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years. Forgive me if I'm not politically correct. Yeah, Bernie Sanders has been around when the Dead Sea was just sick. I've been around so long, dirt was a myth. But like I said, I ain't politically correct. I ain't a sidewinder. I ain't one of those a 308. Damn, those are small compared to what I've shot. Shooting a 50 cal at 50 miles an hour, that's a rush. A Barrett? Nope. But hey, I'm glad you're here, Mo, because this kind of brightens things up a little bit. You know, it kind of gives things a little bit more laughter and sense of humor, and I like that. We all need that comic relief now and then. Yeah. So, question: are you military or former? Ah, not me. Yep. I've been there. Been to Syria, been to Kuwait, been to Africa, been a lot of places. Normandy. Came close, but no. Been to Syria. Like I said, I've been to a lot of places. What about you? Where you been? Like I said, I'm not politically correct, so I don't care on either side of the card, Trump or uh, well, Republican or Democrat. They're both as useless as tits on a 2x4. I don't have a problem with anybody as long as they're cool with me and my family and my country. You disrespect my country, they'll be picking you up in a body bag. Hurt my family, they won't ever know you existed. And the person may never even see me coming. See, I can't hate people. I don't hate people. I hate the actions they take. Like back in my day, growing up, I learned very young not to trust the government. When you say the Kurds, it always reminds me of that fairy tale. Uh, oh, what's that? That little lady sitting there, sitting on the bench, eating her curds away, and out comes a spider and scared the crap out of her, something like that. Yeah, but the problem is the government thinks they run everything. If we stood up and we took our rights and we slapped them with it, the government will know very quickly they work for us, not the other way around. The government works for us. When I walk into their office, they know who I am instantly. And one thing the government is scared of, people that stands up with balls. Hence the reason why I named the title of this deal tonight. Where are the real men? Where are the real ladies? You know? Yes, we did. First Nations always had the best. But you know something? We're the most highly killed. Our women and children are the highest killed in any of the nations. And that's sad. Reports go on many days, and the law does not go out looking for any of our missing children, missing women, murdered children, murdered women. Yeah, they are. All in the name of religion. I'm not a religious person either. I don't hate the religion. Like I said, I don't hate the person. I hate the actions they take. And if you're going to sit there and kill thousands of people and claim it on a God, then you're talking to the wrong God. You know, you want to send money. Hey, I'll tell you what, Mo, these little crackos doing all this religious fanatic things, you know, doing all this in the name of God. What they should do is start paying you and I sending their money instead of wasting it on this false god. They can start giving it to you and I. How's that? I think that sounds like a good plan. Sit there and do a protection. Like I said, I'm not politically correct. I will say it how it is. I don't hide nothing. I don't sugarcoat nothing. But yeah, I think that, I mean, hell, if you look at one of those mega churches, just in 1 year alone, one church, one mega church receives no less than $5.6 million a year. That's just one church. I've seen people, I've seen churches that break in almost double that a year. Uh huh. Yeah, it is. Like I said, religion is okay if you believe it with your whole heart. That's cool. But if your leaders are sitting there telling you to go out and kill all these people because God tells you to, I would slap the crap right out of these fake little ministers and shove their heads up their butt, you know, and sit there and I'd take all their money, all their gold, stuff like that, and I'd sell all the gold and take the money, and I'd go out and have a party on them. And I'd sit there and I'd tell them who sent me. Who knows? I might get a clergy's deal. But my way of thinking kind of died out years ago. It used to be back in my day, we stood up, we didn't care, hurt someone's feelings, we dealt with it. We sat there and said, oh, hey, yeah, you're right, or, well, no, you're wrong, da da da. But we stood up, we gave our ground. We never, ever let the government control us. Oh, my beautiful cat making his debut again. But yeah, they use religion to kill, to destroy lives. They are scared of us that think for ourselves, that are real men, real ladies, that have the balls to stand up, to sit there and say, hey, you're done, out of here, bye bye. Well, I'm making a, since I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube thing, I'm trying to figure out how to do the deal. So I got to use this one over here. Oh, damn it. I've got to really learn how to do this slot. I'm not used to how everything is back here yet. I'm not technical. I'm more of a brute. I'm more of the powerhouse. All right. Well, Native American, well, I can't say just Native American. The Arab, I always get this one. Uh, and it, this sorry, every now and then my head starts to hurt a little bit. Um, I got a aneurysm in the back of my head. But the Aborigines, all us tribes throughout the world have the same belief system. Whether you're Aborigine from Japan, China, US, Australia, Africa, our belief system is simple. We take care of the land take care of us. We don't take more than we need to provide for our family. If we take something, we give something back. It's an automatic return to the universe. No, we fought, all many nations fought each other, but it wasn't like in the history books where we slaughtered everybody. We were always fighting everybody. You know, we sat there and we fought different nations, like the Sioux and the Apache would fight. Yeah, there'd be a little fight here and there, but most of the time we sat there and we'd tag somebody, and that was counting coup. We held prisoners for a short while. The only time we took any prisoners is if they were massacred and they had no other family, but we would take them in as family. Well, that depends on in who they were in. Be some dude's wife. Yeah, they'd be hating it. Yeah, there's a couple of them out there that was really hated, but they were more tyrannical. They had more of as they say, the white man's ways. Yeah, the Inuits were greedy in some point, but like I said, for me, I was raised not to hate the person, just the action they take. So I was kind of raised differently on that. Um, my grandpa used to sit there and tell me for years, Don't hate the person, hate the actions they take. Before I forget, welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. If you let me know you're here and if you have a channel, let me know. I will subscribe to you and I will sit there and keep the family going. Like I said, I do not sugarcoat nothing. I don't hide nothing. I'm straightforward, blunt, to the point. I will make you question yourself. I will make you question everything around you. Hopefully, all in a good way, because that's what I want. I want to bring back what it means to be a real man or real lady. You know, where you stood up, even if you stood up and fought for your own self by yourself. You stood up for something what you believed in. My grandpa always told me, you gotta stand up for something. And like I said, when I came into the MC culture, I was very young, and this was many decades ago. Many decades ago. I won't say how long ago. But when I came into the MC culture, we had people dying to get in to be a part of the MC. You heard those loud pipes running through town, and everybody was creaming their britches. It's like, oh, yeah. And they knew where the best parties were. I'm going to sing this song on karaoke. Oh, there you are. Go ahead. I thought my cat was behind me again. Yeah, it's a whole lot different on the res, I tell you. And if you want to see how bad it is on our nations, look up Pine Ridge Reservation because it'll tell you straight up how bad we really are in our own country. And like I said, when I walk into the government's office, they look up at me and say, "Oh crap, hi," because I tell them point blank, straight up, who I am. Oh, I haven't touched on that yet. I'm too far west for that for right now. As soon as I get the head healed from the aneurysm and the doctor says I can travel again, I'll be heading back east. But I do a lot of healing. I do a lot of prayers. I do a lot of ceremonies. I am a shaman. I've been a shaman for many, many, many decades. Kind of grew into me. That again is another reason why I say I don't hate people. I just hate the actions they take. And again, I'll refer to you back to why I named this "Real Men, Real Women?" Question mark. Every day, every day, every time I get a chance. In fact, I use that eagle feather right there when I do it. After I do live show here at night, I'll sit there and I'll go, what do you do for what? Or when you do smudging? Yeah, it cleanses your house, it cleanses your spirit. Um, when you smudge, there's a few things that you can use. Of course, sage. There's a few different kinds of sage that you can get. You got plain sage, and then you got sage with sweetgrass. You got sage with pine. You know, a few other different things. Here in a couple of days, I will do a video on smudging, and I will break it down on a better scale. Um, Smudging is very important. What you do is when you get into a new house, before you bring any of your things in, when you got that final note saying, okay, everything's yours, da da da, before any of your things enter into this house or apartment, uh, what have you, what you do is you grab some sage, sweetgrass, and pine. You know, pine needles, break them all up into a smudge bowl. I have a little half conch shell that I do my smudging in. And you go all through the whole house, every room, and you sit there and you give a prayer of thanks. But before you do that, make sure at least one window is cracked open, just a little bit. Come here, bud. My cat wants to make another debut up here. Come here, bud. We're fine. Read away. Oh, I love you, big guy. Oh, I love you. Come here. But yeah, like I said, you make sure at least one window is open a little bit, because that way it'll let all the negativity, all whatever bad forces was in that house before you moved in can escape, because the bad spirits cannot stand that, because that is a high power cleansing, and you are saying thanks for the new dwelling. I do this, pardon me, I do this on every motorcycle I get. I do that on every car I get. I do that on every house I get. And like I said, you go to every room, closet, bathroom, hallway, kitchen. dining room, what have you, bedrooms. I mean, it don't matter. Crawl space. If you got a basement, everything in your new house gets cleaned. Both floors, all three floors, however many floors you've got in your house. Usually you only got three floors, but like I said, what you do is you get in and you start talking with it, and you go in and you give a prayer of thanks, acknowledge the great spirits, invite the great spirits into your new place. And you always say a good prayer protection. Then, once you do all of that, start bringing all your stuff in and give thanks for each item that you bring in. If you're not carrying it in, someone's in front of you, give thanks for that item. Yeah, oh, I'll tell you, like I said, I don't pull punches with nobody. I will tell you one thing. I stood up against the President of the United States when I got done serving, asked him what flag he saluted every morning. And he says, it's none of my damn business. And it's like, oh, yes, it is. He goes, how do you figure? And I sat there and I told him, I go, because you're the president of my country. If you ain't saluting that flag right there, then you and I are having a problem. But like I said, bud, I'm glad you're here. It was a good comedy relief, and I'm hoping we didn't lose new. I don't know how to look at see who was here, but I think then my new subscriber Rebel Cat was here. And it didn't. She didn't stay very long if she did. But yeah, I'm a gun owner. I don't hesitate to use it. I will protect what's mine. If I call you family, I've got your back. But if I don't have your back, not even Satan will be protecting you. When I come after somebody, he steps aside, goes, yes, sir. But yeah, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty mellow. I'm pretty down to earth mostly. I am, like I said, straightforward, to the point, blunt. I don't hold nothing back. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I never have, never will. I'll be at your side 100% as long as you don't dick me around. And here on my page, it's open discussion, whatever you will. You know, I don't care if you cuss. I don't, but there are a few rules that everybody must follow. Be nice to women. And if we do get children on this platform, be cool to them. Because remember, those children are who taking care of us in the near future. I taught my kids how to fight, and I taught my kids how to use weapons. I taught my kids how to sit there and protect themselves at all costs. My grandkids, same thing. I taught them how to use their hands, feet, head, one of these. I taught my grandkids how to survive. I'm straight up. Like I said, women and children, see, I don't care what you say, yeah, you're all this, you're a pretty badass dude, whatever. But you mess with a kid, you mess with a woman, that'll bring out more fight in me than the devil himself could handle. Guy found out in court. I almost killed a guy in court. Federal judge, CIA, FBI, Secret Service morons. Third joke. I've always had a philosophy. Like I said, I'm old school. If I want to get you, I say I'm after you, I'll get you. Loud pipes save lives, but they can also take them. But one of the rules that I have, like I said, as long as you're cool with me, my family, and I call anybody that's on my channel family. No child pornography crap, that'll get you shot. That's one thing I will point blank say. No bringing up that. That will get you. Oh, No kid should ever go through that hell. It still pisses me off every time I think of that. That memory comes back up. What's your philosophy, Mo? Oh, yeah, they were. They still are. To me, they're a joke and a half. Yep. Like I said, they still are. They're not as bad as they were because most of them got closed down. Oh, I don't know. I got some family up there in Canada, Canada. Yeah, the prime minister that y'all got, Trudeau or whatever uh, Trudeau's son. I think I can't remember his name. Uh, yeah, I I have a friend of mine that wants me to move up to Canada. Yeah, Justin Trudeau. I always want to call him Justine. I always sit there going, no, that ain't right. Yeah, I met her once. Went to shake my hand. It's like, you pull that hand out, I'll break it. Oh, that reminds me. Remember the great Cherokee Chief? He is in uh, few John Wayne movies. Um, Damn, I can't remember what the heck but the heck his name was right now. Uh, oh yeah, Adam Beach. Yep, he's a great dude. Um, uh, uh, oh dang it! What was his name? I know I'll remember his name if I could just get it. Oh yeah. Uh, Hold on, I'm gonna look at that something real quick because this is driving me nuts. Me there in my city. I remember his name. He was in a few John Wayne movies. He was in a few old westerns. Okay, why in the world do you not have his name on here? Man, y'all don't know how the freaking. Oh well, I'll have to come up with it later. Mm. All right, let's see here. Image. Chief Dan George. Mm-hmm. Yep. Chief Dan George. Great. One of the best people I've ever met. You want to talk about humble? He was in some of John Wayne's movies, some of Clint Eastwood movies. He was in some comedies. Um, Let me see here real quick if I could. Yeah, Chief Dan George. Um, Let me see if I could. Hmm, Come on, an emoji. Uh, oh yeah, he is. He's the guy. I had the famous talk with him. One of the things that he says was never piss in your backyard. I thought he was nuts. Then he explained why he said what he said. Don't get into trouble where you live because that's where you live and everybody knows you. So I say it kind of stuck with me. But man, I wish everybody had the chance to meet him. He was one of the best. Wes Craven, or not Wes Craven. Let me see real quick. Yeah, Adam Beach. You want to talk about another great actor, Wes Studi or Wes Studi. Russell means, if you go back and look at their things, man, you want to talk about smart. I stood up with some of them, fought with them. I was like, I'll be at your side 100%. But I know Chief Dan George's granddaughter. Her and I have been best friends for many years. She wants me to move up there, Canada. And I always give her bad times, like, you know why it takes so long for Canadians to go through school? She goes, no, why? And I go, because every time they start talking, they go 1A, 2A, 3A, AA, BA. Because we don't talk like that, eh? Gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. All there is to it. You just gotta have fun with it. Oh, oop. I gotta have someone help me learn how to do this switch back thing on this thing. Like I said, I'm not technical. I'm starting to get back into it. I can fix a computer, I can tear them apart, put them back together. But when it comes to something like this, no. This is hillbilly talking. But anyway, I need to head out for now. I got a lot of running to do. Now that I'm dried up from the freaking rainstorm I got caught in. But usually I'm here anytime. You want to hit me up, just shoot a message and I'll hit you up every time. I do reply to all my messages. I do sit there and I'll talk with you. Just want to shoot the breeze, hit me up. But as I'm closing, I want to give a shout out to all you servicemen out there. Like I said in all my other videos, no matter what tribe you're from, whether you're Navy, Marine, National Guard, Coast Guard, Army, yeah, it don't matter to me. What badge you come under, what flag you fly, if you served your country, shout out to everybody out there, 100%. We got you back, brother. And I do have a website for PTSD. And no, I know not just servicemen has PTSD, but in one of my videos, I do have a link to the description called Our Aftermath. I think it's just one word. Hour like hours, not hours in time. OUR. But like I said, whether you're Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, what have you, a hearty salute to y'all. We love y'all. Good night. If you can't serve, serve those who can, or serve those who did. Make a brighter day for tomorrow. We love y'all. Hoorah. Ghost Eagle out.